up, guys? This is Evan, also known as AT Luback, coming at you guys with my 100 subscribers Q&A answers video. Thank you guys once again for helping me reach 100 subscribers on my channel. I really appreciate it. I couldn't have done it without you. And thank you guys for posting your questions to my Q&A video. I'm very excited to answer these. So real quick, I'll kind of go through some things on my channel. I do have my website. Here's my website. Make sure you check it out. The link is always in the description below. I have so much in here. Let me go home. I have so much information on it that you guys can find out about my airport. And literally, this is everything you need to know about my airport. Yes, it is fictional, obviously, as you know. So this is all just stuff that I have down for you guys. So definitely go check this out. Also, check out my Google Plus. I don't use this often, but it like shows when I put a new video out. So if you guys want to add me to your circle or followers, however it works, so you guys can get updated when a new video goes out. And also on my Twitter, make sure you follow me. I tweet when I put out a new video or a new picture on Instagram. And speaking of Instagram, here it is, and I have all my pictures when I go flying, spotting, or setting up for an airport update, new models, and just other stuff like that. So make sure you guys check that out. Also, make sure you watch the 100 subscribers Q&A video in 4K, which is the highest resolution on YouTube. I did shoot it with my new iPhone 6s. And other than that, I use my Canon PowerShot SX510HS. Great camera, really recommend it. So yeah, and if you guys are interested in seeing more 4K quality videos, let me know and maybe I'll see what I can do, because they are really big files and they take a while to export and upload. So yeah, let me know what you think about that, or if you want to see 1080p at 60 frames per second, that's also another feature on my iPhone that I could do. So yeah, and I also, when I go spotting, I use a Manfrotto tripod. This is just some information, because I told you guys if you could put aviation related questions. I'm just going over some basic things about my channel and stuff like that. So yeah, I do use a Manfrotto tripod. I edit my videos in Adobe Premiere Pro. This is my editor of choice. It works for me. I'm into editing a lot. I really enjoy it. So that's why I use a really professional style editor. And as for my thumbnails and intro cards and outro cards, I use Photoshop. Yeah, I really love Photoshop, so that's what I use. It's just, again, my editor of choice. It's nothing against anything else. Whatever works for you, I totally respect that. So yeah, so that's that, and I'm gonna get started with the Q&A. Oh, and if you guys are wondering, I do my computer is a late 2012 MacBook Pro laptop, so that's what I edit in my computer, stuff like that. So I'm gonna get started with this Q&A video. So here we go. I'm just gonna go through all these questions. I'm gonna read each comment, see what each person wrote, so you guys can hear that. And yeah, hopefully I can make this pretty quick, but I'll take my time. So here we go. All right, so first question comes from Citrus Aviation. He says, congratulations on 100 subscribers. Trivia question is, what is your favorite 787-800 and 787-900 liveries? My favorite 787-800 and 900 liveries would have to be British Airways and Virgin Atlantic. Especially Virgin Atlantic. That livery looks so great on that plane. Like, it looks beautiful. Like, I really like it. So yeah, and British Airways too. It's such a gorgeous livery for that plane. So yeah, that would be my favorite liveries for the 787. Next question comes from RO Guy 26 RBLX. Question, where do you get your airport blueprints? Where do you get the design for your airport terminal and tarmac? Well, as you guys know, my airport is 1 to 200, but I get my foils from this website. It's called home.online. I'll put a link below if you guys are interested. And they make free 1 to 400 foils for the airport, like these. Like, obviously this you can kind of recognize from my terminal. They're all free. You can download them and print them off and then put them on your airport, glue them or whatever. But since this is for 1 to 400, not 1 to 200, I edited mine in my own word processing software, whatever works for you guys. And I just made changes to my aprons, taxiways, stuff like that, so it can fit bigger planes like 777s and stuff like that. This is a narrow body gate. This can fit up to a 757. So, and for wide body gates, I use a different format for it. It's this sheet, but in landscape mode or portrait or landscape. And then for runways, I have all my runways set up here. This is kind of not a really good example, but this is the wrong file for it. So yeah, this is like all my runways in order of how they're laid out, like with each runway markings, like where you have the big blocks, which is touchdown zone, the three, stuff like that. So that's all in order on how that is. And then for my terminal, this is also edited to fit my dimensions of the terminal. This is the roof of it. So this is the sides, which you recognize in this picture here. But yeah, so I edited this so it kind of creates a dome effect. It kind of warps over the pieces of wood I have. So yeah, this is where I get it. So yeah, whatever works for you is pretty good. There's some other websites out there that are pretty good. Yeah, so you can check those out. So thank you for your question. He also asked another question. What is your most unique model? My most unique model would probably have to be my United Q400. I really like that one because it's a prop plane, and I think it's such a cool aircraft. It's just got unique parts to it that other planes don't, like the different propellers, the landing gear's a little different. Yeah, so I really like that. That's definitely my most unique model. So thank you for your question. Next question comes from Gemini Jets Texas 16. He says, "Congrats on 100 subscribers. I'm really happy for you, and I'm glad I subscribed." Q&A question is, what is your favorite East Coast airport, and what plane would you like to fly on someday? Um, I have a lot of favorite East Coast airports. My top four would. This is not in any order. This is just my favorite that I like. Boston, love that airport. It's so much fun to fly into. Same with Philly. That's a really cool one. I've flown to them there many times before I've started YouTube. I don't have videos of that. Raleigh, love that airport. I spent most of my life flying out of there. It's such a cool little airport. I always have a special place for Raleigh, Durham in my heart. And obviously Atlanta. Can never go wrong with a big airport like Atlanta. So yeah, those are my favorite East Coast airports. If I were to say West Coast, Denver, because I've flown there, and I would love to go to Los Angeles or Las Vegas, and those would probably be on the list, even though I haven't been there. So, and what plane would you like to fly on someday? I would love to fly on a Delta 737-900ER. I really like that plane. I've always loved the 737s. I've flown on them so many times, and I do like the 757 and the 737-900 is basically like the 757. So yeah, so I really like that one. And if I ever got the chance one day and got upgraded to like a international pilot, definitely have to be a 777 or 787 or 767. But probably by the time I'm in that time frame or era, whatever you want to call it, those planes are going to be retired. So yeah, so those would be the planes I'd want to fly on someday if I was lucky enough to. So thank you for your question. Heathrow Aviation says, "Congrats on over 100 subscribers. You really deserve it." Thank you for that. Really appreciate it. Next question comes from Gemini Jets 543. He says, "Congrats on 100 subscribers. My question is, if you could spot at any airport, what would it be?" I would say probably London Heathrow, Frankfurt, Charles de Gaulle, or Dubai. One of those airports. I think they got a lot of cool, different mix of airlines that come in. Those would definitely be on my list. So thank you for your question. Next question comes from Gemini Jets 28. He says, "Awesome video. Subscribed. Question: What is your favorite model?" My favorite model would be either the Delta 777-200ER because it's just such a big and it's such a unique model. well, not unique. It's just one of my favorites. I think it's such a cool model. Um, or the Delta 767 because of its tall winglets and just I love the style of the 767. Or the U.S. Airways A320 November 106 Uniform Sierra, which is the one that crashed in the Hudson, Flight 1549. That was also my very first model. So yeah, I'd actually say that's my favorite model. Just it's my first model. It's a special one to me too, just because it was one that crashed, and also that pretty soon Americans doing their merger and stuff like that. I know that plane's like in a museum, but still, definitely love that one. Next question comes from NYC Jacob 2002. Question: Why do you fly? What makes it interesting to you? And congrats on 100 subscribers. Keep up the great work. Um, why do I fly? Ever since when I was younger, I would always do trips to New Jersey, and I'd fly into Philly, and I just enjoyed flying so much. And it would just always interest me because it just was kind of crazy to think that these massive planes or machinery, whatever you want to say, could get up into the air and just do that. It's pretty fascinating, and it's really cool, and that just really hooked me. And doing so many flights with my family, I was fortunate enough to do, and I just enjoyed it so much. I wanted to kind of learn more, and it turned into this big hobby, and now hopefully a dream job of mine. And I'm taking lessons, as you know, Jacob. Um, yeah, it's a lot of fun, and I really enjoy it. It's just peaceful. It's relaxing. It's just something that yeah. So thank you for your question. I really appreciate. Hopefully that answered your question. If not, then let me know on Sunday. So. Aviation Channel 2010 says, "My sincere congratulations. Many more subscribers will come. Will come. Thank you very much for that." Um, Row Guy 26 RBLX asks again, What are your future airport goals? That's a good question. My future airport goals would have to be. I would love to add a cargo terminal and hopefully dock a or park a FedEx MD-11 and a UPS MD-11. I would love to do that. Definitely bring that in the future, not anytime soon. Trust me. So yeah, and I would also love to expand Terminal A and add a satellite terminal off to the side for regional Delta regional jets, so I can bring in some main mainline planes to just the normal terminals. Yeah, that would probably be my future airport goals. So thank you for your question. Next question comes from Amtrak Spotter HD. Congrats. My question is, what airline do you want to fly on? I would love to fly on British Airways, Lufthansa, or Virgin Atlantic. I think they're really cool airlines, and yeah, just be pretty fun to do that. Thank you for your question. Next question comes from Plains Basic. Hey, really cool, man. What do you think about the U.S. Airways American Airlines merger finishing this Saturday? Well, today's Monday, so yeah, this happened already. It was pretty sad to see because of all the other mergers that has happened and all these airlines slowly turning into just a couple major U.S. airlines. But it was also kind of heartwarming because American Airlines has been doing. They really have changed, and I think they're becoming actually a really great airline. I used to not really like them a whole lot, but I think they really have a lot of potential now, and I highly respect them, and kudos to them for doing this merger and everything like that. So yeah, I think it's a good and bad thing just because the competition is now going up, but I'm really happy for them. So hopefully that answers your question. Next question comes from that airplane guy. He says, "Massive congrats. If you can change one thing about aviation, what would it be, and what releases would you like to see in the future?" That is a really good question. I'll start off with what releases would you like to see in the future? Like someone else asked it. Oh no, what releases I like to see in the future? I'd love to see a Delta, um, 767-400 or A350, and also an American Airlines A321. Those would be my top there for releases in the future. And if I could change one thing about aviation, what would it be? I would probably change kind of how things are kind of backwards in aviation, like timing, like Zulu time. If you guys take flying lessons, you kind of know where I'm coming from. Like all that stuff that's backwards from the modern real world, stuff like that, doing weight and balance, just stuff that's just different from normal life. But hey, it's something you deal with, and I think it's kind of cool too, because who else knows what Zulu time is or how to properly weight and balance an airplane? So yeah, that would probably be one thing I would change is have things be like normal, not opposite. Like, oh, when you fly, we calculate in Celsius or Kelvin, whatever it is. So, yeah, that would probably be the one thing I'd like to change. And the final question comes from Gemini Jets 1975. He says, huge congrats on 100 subscribers. Love your videos. They are always awesome. Q&A question. If Delta is your favorite airline, what is your next favorite? If it isn't your favorite, then what is your favorite airline? And what model would you like to see released that hasn't already been released? Yes, Delta is my favorite airline. It was just something that sparked with Delta that I liked about them. So yeah, they are my favorite airline. My next favorite would definitely be Southwest Airlines. I've flown on them a lot. They're such a great airline. I really like their passion for their customers and stuff like that. So yeah, I really like Southwest Airlines. They would definitely be my next favorite. And what model would I like to see released in the future? Yeah, like I said in the last question from the airplane guy, that would be yeah, Delta 767-400, Delta A350, or American Airlines A321. So yeah, so thank you guys so much for submitting all your questions, and again for helping me reach 100 subscribers. I really appreciate it. Let me know again what you guys think about the 4K or 1080p at 60. Make sure you check out my blog, Google Plus, Twitter. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and stuff like that. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you in the next video, which will be ETL Airport Update 26, and we got some new models coming in, as you guys can see here. So I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Peace out. Next on the list, that airplane guy. He's got an awesome airport. He had a 1 to 200 model airport, but he's now switching over to